Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm the Stretch Professor. Today we're getting back in here, doing some more Total War Warhammer 2 with Queek and the Mortal Empires. Okay. I forgot to set my alarm. Let me set it real quick. Set an alarm for 3:40 p.m.
I've set an alarm for 3:40 p.m.
Okay. We'll try again to get a trade agreement with the Lizardmen here. Now, if they... I do have a non-aggro with them. Five turns. Okay. So I have to wait 5 turns if I want to go non-aggro and kill them. Now, if they're not going to play ball... if they're not going to play ball, then we're going to have to kill them, I think. Because there's no point in me keeping them around if, you know, they are going to not trade with us. And it is a really big liability. The more I think about it, it's a pretty big liability. So, I'm trying to think of the last unit type that I want. I just did realize it's going to be kind of hard to break down gates without rat ogres. But, I mean, I can do it with just the artillery.
Watch your back, tail.
Now, I am still thinking as to whether or not I want death runners. Now, they do have this smoke thing which stealths them. I don't know how they get 3 uses of that. Their melee attack is not amazing, but they do drop armor, like, insanely drop armor. And their attacks themselves are very armor piercing. So, very, very good against high armor targets. Even though I have stuff that pierces armor, you know, that was the issue. Like, the main thing is this does not pierce armor that well, though. But if I Weeping Blade them and then fire this down the column, that'll do a lot better. And I'm pretty sure that's like super armor piercing. The other thing I was thinking of is I could just go for another one of these, I believe was my thought process before. So I could just go for another one of these, which are very good against infantry. But the other ones would have extra utility against large units. They would make it to where these storm vermin could actually do damage to large units, potentially a little bit of damage at least. They would add another flanking sort of pound them type of element too. So it'd be kind of like rat ogres, but without as much charge, bonus, impact, and a little bit more utility. I think they do quite a bit of damage too, don't they? Or am I just... 30? That's not an eye-popping amount of damage, but... that would be good with Plague Monks, if I get any of those ever. I'll have these in my secondary army probably as flankers. At least a couple. These guys would be nice, like I've said before, but I just can't afford those right now. I am now starting to rethink, and I'm starting to think that I need to come down here and kill them if they're not going to trade with me.
Keep Gracia scum away.
This army's pretty good at it. This army needs some work, but we can get it there. We do have a lot of spears. Okay, so for Death Runners, I need to be over here. And did I hire a dude yet? Warlock Engineer? Yes. Okay, and he's already over here. Wait, no, he's right here. Okay.
Harness the power.
So we're gonna dash down, hand off a couple of units here. Now we could give a Rat Ogre back. That's another option, is just have a Rat Ogre as a flanker, just so I have a stronger, like, pound him in the back unit. Now the assassins would be good to get out there and kill ranged units also, because they can stalk, so they're not going to get shot at until they're really close. So that could be another advantage of them, is I could use them to safely go out. I mean, the clan rats already do that, but against like heavily armored archer type of stuff, the other guys might be a little better. Whereas the rat ogres are going to get shot down if they start running out there. Okay, I guess we'll... oh, that's what I was going to do this turn. Okay, that's right, that's right. We got to hand off 2 of our catapults, I believe is what we decided on. Against Lizardmen, we would want 3 of the laser things. Actually, I mean, against the Tomb Kings, we'd also want 3 of the big things, because their constructs are the major problem. Who would we want multiple, like, Plague Claw catapults against? I mean, like, Empire with a bunch of infantry. What am I scared of infantry, though? I mean, like, Haganeth Executioners, Halberdiers, those things would all be a huge problem. In theory. Because they're heavily armored, and, like, my Warp Fire Torch is not going to do that much to them. Yeah, I think we'll just go 2 and 2. Should be fine. Okay, so let's take that down. Rotate a couple of slingers up.
Find warp zone soon.
And the main reason that I'm doing that, remember, is so I don't want to dismiss these. Then I'd have to rehire them. I do want 2 in the other army. Now I need to hire 2 of these. And then we'll go get an assassin, because we can use it to double up. It just has some nice utility to it. We can use it to stalk and double up and go kill any, like, artillery or other pesky types of units. Person front line feels pretty rough, though, too. I'm kind of wondering if I should just have another Storm Vermin. He can frontline, though, after 1 more level. He'll probably level up next turn. Okay, I'm gonna go for 1 assassin, though. Alright. Then we can level him up next turn.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes, yes. Most masterful of masters. Bridge intact.
Okay, I did lose 1 loyalty off of him, off of trading, like, getting rid of some units. Doesn't matter, though.
Stinks like a gracier.
Okay. I think we will actually go down there and try to get the,
He will live or die.
get the Lizardmen here in a second. Because it's going to take us another couple of turns here to hire. And it's going to be 3 more turns by the time we get down there in position to go at them. Give him pipes and piebald.
Untrusted worm.
Matter that much, I don't
Poison
think,
after.
but... Okay. Then we could hire a few more things with
Cunning scheming.
this guy, or with this guy, we can hire a couple more things, maybe. I don't know. This squad's actually looking pretty decent here. Could maybe try to go down south and get that food. Who else is on our radar here? Henry's getting really strong. Like, we might have to fight them pretty soon. My homie's here, kind of hemmed in, but these other dudes, these guys have a lot of territory. See, settlement 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they have all of those. They're getting big, though. Okay. Actually, no, sorry, forgot. I mean, trade. I need a trader.
My dynasty smiles. The creator goes.
Please, give me that money. We need to find vampire counts, because we get the diplomatic bonus with them. Okay, this is good, that's good. We're gonna get the 13th? No, not for a while. We will get a plague priest again, so we can try that out one more time. Okay. Libaris. I mean, if we ever do get a trade agreement, I guess that would be what we would want. As long as the public order is fine, which it is. We might as well. Yeah, I was watching a video, and this over here is definitely going to be the 3rd expansion. I mean, it's pretty obvious from this huge landmass, you know, that they've kind of mapped out over here. But yeah, 3rd expansion is almost certainly a lot of it's going to take place over there, at least on the Mortal Empires map. For people wondering, I'm not sure when this will be released. It might already be out by the time it comes out, but I'm going to look at the price. I'll do at least one Thrones of Britannia. I hope it's not a $60 title because, I mean, it looks okay, but it is recycling a lot of stuff from Attila. It looks kind of like an Attila mod. But we'll see. My thing is, I might be a little spoiled by Warhammer because the combat is so much more rich in this game than what I remember from Attila. I didn't play a lot of historical titles, and I did like Attila a lot. I like the city management of Attila. Like trying to balance out, you know, food with squalor and, you know, all these other stats. So I did like that. The city management was much more complex and interesting in that game, but the combat is way, way better in Warhammer. There are just so many different types of units. Like, I'm sitting there just looking at these fights. In Britannia, I'm like, okay, there's some dudes with shields and swords. Okay, there's some more dudes with shields and swords running at each other. Oh, look, it's more dudes with shields and swords, and maybe one cav. You know, I just feel like most of the factions are going to have very, very similar units. And with, like, Warhammer, you have so many different types of units. You have magical units, you have flying units, you have just all of these different kinds of effects on the units. There's just such a rich tapestry of combat that's available. Different types of strategies that the combat is just astronomically better. Plague Furnace is a really big deal. It does lower your damage, but who cares? Like, you get... the main thing is you get a lot of health. It, like, almost doubles your health. And you get 100 armor. That right there alone is enough to make this valuable. But then you also get... this, which causes damage to people around it. And you get like a free cast of Pestilent Breath. Yeah, it's on a 60-second cooldown. You get a free Pestilent Breath. Now, the thing about that, though, is you can't aim that one. It just comes straight out of the thing. So, you know, unless you're flanking, it's going to have some friendly fire to it a lot of times. But still, it's a free spellcast of Pestilent Breath, which is nice.
Need more trophies, yes. should kill when get a chance.
Getting the Assassin's Trophy would be really sweet for helping to take down enemy lords.
Chieftains to me. Queek.
It's gonna take me 2 more turns to run over here to get the assassin guy. I think I'm just gonna, if I'm going against the Lizardmen, I'm just gonna grab 1 more halberd for now, and then I'll get the assassins later. These are just a little bit less micro intensive, and they're just good solid units against the Lizardmen. So I'm gonna need a bit more of a front line. I can't have as many fancy units, I don't think. Just getting more halberd. And you know what, if I'm going against Lizardmen also, I might as well just get an additional halberd. Because I had been planning on going against the greenskins, but the Lizardmen aren't playing ball, they're not trading, so I'm going to go against them. I still want a couple of these just because they have higher melee defense, so they can just kind of stick in combat. But these are going to be a lot better against their cav and their big monsters, which is pretty much all they have, if you remember from what we saw. I'm not sure what we can do with this. I guess we can bring this guy down there too. And hire...
Guide us, Horned One. I say move.
Can only hire 1 more thing. I need a 1-turn thing here. I cannot afford Storm Vermin with this army, so it's just got to be more Clan Rats and Spears, and yeah.
All tales are mine.
Okay. Alright, and that's pretty much it. And we'll start rolling down south. We'll try to make a play on these Lizardmen here in a second. Yeah, we're about to drop into orange territory, but that's what we have to do. Now, that peace treaty wasn't completely bad. You know, it's like, oh, you know, wasted all this time and stuff. Not really, because you remember, they could have clobbered me if they wanted to come at me. Like, they could have probably killed this, and maybe, like, a couple of these towns before I got it together. But this has given me 10 turns to come back here, set up the perfect, well, not perfect, but set up a nice army composition, certainly be a lot better prepared to go to war with them. Now, I might try out hiring the Plague Priest, the Special Plague Priest again. If they have a big capital, which I'm sure they probably will. In the interim, we can come down there and raid, if anything, if we have to wait. To cancel the non-aggro. Well, we already have hired all of our artillery, though. Unless we want to hire... No, we can't hire anymore. We're in the red. We gotta go. We're in the red there. We're getting down there in food. It's time to go. Now, how long do we have until we can break this treaty? 3 turns. Okay. I don't think anyone else is coming for us. These guys are friendly with us. The greenskins do not like us, and they could come at us sometime soon. But they're also involved in a bunch of different wars, I think.
Ready.
Yeah, they're plenty busy. They're fighting 6 different factions right now, so I don't think they're going to be real eager to jump into another war. We'll see. I mean, we got to get rid of these guys down here, I think.
Run, fools!
We're gonna send both armies down here. Just we're not gonna play. We're gonna make sure we get this done. Okay, they don't have any super garrisons here. Doomglade might get knocked out. It's possible. I forgot to add something here. It might get knocked out. I think I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Okay. There's that. What are we working on here? Tech-wise. Protective. Requisite. Protective gear. Okay. Let me just go through and make sure everybody's decked out real quick. Just with everything that they can get. Plague Furnace. Wolf Rat.
Hot or cold, Queek always wins. Untrusted worm, poison after.
Let's see, I thought.
Most masterful of masters.
Sure. Okay, that should be good. Alright, we're just waiting on the next stuff. We can't afford to really upgrade or do anything special right now. We could go for this guy. He might be able to help us out with some garrisons. He's 350 per turn, though. And he costs, what, 3,000? 1,000. Take us to 10 turns before we'd be bankrupt. We'll see how the garrisons look. If they look really crazy, we might have to pull him in, but we'll try to do it without him first. We're gonna go into the red pretty soon. We've got to start raiding. Hopefully we can just find his army chilling outside of a thing and just go at him, you know? I think, I don't remember where his capital is. I think it's Cursed Jungle. What is that? Okay. Nice.
Clanmores. Magic stick. Run for Moors.
Where's his oh, this is his no, here's his territory. Okay. Oh, I did walk into his territory. Oops. Okay, whatever.
I say move.
We're gonna have to fight probably next turn. Is that cool to fight next turn?
Jaws.
2 turns. We do not want treachery, because that'll make everyone come at us. Like, you do not want to break non-aggressions within, like, you need to play the political game properly. We can raid next turn, though. That doesn't break it. Okay, we don't. This is still really dangerous. I could have upgraded this to a tier 2, and that would have helped, but you know, I kind of waffled on how I was going to approach this. Public order's -6 now? Why is that? Corruption. Okay, we're going to have to go back and deal with that eventually. I mean, it is just a 2-tier town, and I don't have another public order building here, which is really what I should put here, so I'm going to go ahead and why don't I have that? Especially because I need to get to oppressive plans. Where are oppressive plans? It's actually a pretty good one. Do I have it upgraded over here? No, I'm just not even... Well, I need to start upgrading it, and this is a pretty good place for it because, I think, because this place is always going to have public order problems because it's just a 2-province place and I can't get multiple of these, and it's going to be so corrupt. Oh, food shortage is a problem too. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. We'll fix that pretty soon. We'll turn that frown upside down. Okay. Alright. It's going down. We got 3 turns. Just sit here and raid. That should give us some gold, and it should give us about 6 food, I think, to raid, so that'll slow down our decline a little bit here. I mean, they definitely have a heads up that we're coming at them now, though. I mean, hopefully they come out here and meet me in open field combat. I mean, I would much rather that than a siege. Now, they can break a non-aggro with me. I think. Maybe they can't. I thought you had to wait 10 turns until after a non-aggression treaty before you could attack, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. I think, like, once you break the non-aggression, then it's okay to attack. I do want that golden tower also. Now, golden tower is combined with Teotihuacan or whatever. Teotihuacan, which does not have a lot of defense. Golden tower definitely doesn't have any defense. So we can have Queek take Teotihuacan, and this guy could take this place. Although if this dude comes over here to defend this, that's going to change the calculus up a little bit. This place doesn't have walls. So it does have the golden tower, alright? I believe, right? They didn't build the golden tower. Now, that place is good in the campaign map because it gives you gives you resources. What is this? Doom wheels. I already have one, bruh.
Need more trophies, yes.
Now, how often does this thing fire? So it doesn't do a ton of damage. But it does some splash damage. Okay, we'll raid him.
Hunt for slaves. Raid, hunt, find.
We might dip under 20% here, which is going to be bad. So we're going to lose 10 leadership on everybody. But and that's all we can do. We do not want to break this treaty. Because that's going to have the Lizardmen and the Orcs and everybody will just drop what they're doing and come at you. Like, it's really bad. Because I did that even with Chaos when people hate you. And I had people coming at me from, like, the other end of the map.
Attend your king.
Ooh, I lost connection with him. Because they lost this town. And they're getting wrecked.
Before your king.
Is it 1 or 2 turns here?
One
One turn. Okay, so next turn we can go at him. Okay, that should be fine. We might be able to hold on. 416 per turn. We could get some food. 30%. This might actually be worth it for food, because we're basically trading in like 100 gold or something for 30 food. Or for 2 food. So that's actually probably worth it. I should have that place working that. It's not all of your money, it's just 30% of your money in order to get food. Oh, I didn't switch this back over either, did I? So that's a big deal. Yeah, that's another reason the public order was looking kind of wonky. But we're gonna have to upgrade this thing all the way anyways to get oppressive plans. Which we do want at some point in the future. Doesn't it do some other stuff too, like hiring, like when you get it all the way maxed? Yeah. Order recruit rank, unit recruits, massive public order, hero recruit rank, yeah. So I should have had that going the whole time. Well, I couldn't have afforded it, but... This is still a few turns out. Doom Engineer is very disappointing. Okay.
Do not bore me, thing.
Okay,
I
yeah, they're
take head spine for my
declaring war
trophy
on me.
things.
Alright, big dog, come at me. Let's do this. Alright, they are going for the backdoor action, eh? They do not want to let them do that, because then they could get over to my town. And then they're just saying, okay, we'll trade all of my territory for your territory. And we don't want that, obviously. We want to be able to kill them. Question is, can I take this guy with 1 army? Or am I greedy and I go up there for 2 armies? I really need the food.
My rats, what fear must. A stiff tail.
Yeah, we can definitely take golden, ancient Stegadon, Kroq-Gars, Krox, Temple Guard.
There the doom is coming.
We can probably beat all of this stuff, even with this army. This is not like a super army or anything, but I think we could win a siege with this army, especially if we just take, you know, an extra couple of turns to get the stuff to get up on the walls. Because Krox can't go up on the walls. It'd be Temple Guard up there probably, but let's gain some javelins. This guy's still pretty lit up.
Warlord Queek. Stay underground.
Now, if he attacks me, that's going to be a pretty big disadvantage. Now, okay, so he can go to, like, here. So I could burrow under right here. Right here. Maybe. get out of this terrain, because it's cutting into my terrain a little bit. Like right here, maybe. And if he attacks Doomglade, I should be able to hit him. Problem is, I won't be able to ambush if he does that.
Queek. I have taken most masterful of masters.
Okay, so I can only take Golden Tower right now. Alright, let's go ahead and do Golden Tower. Should be able to just auto-resolve that. Make sure we get that taken care of first. I think they only have one army. Really, you guys are gonna make me fight this. For real. It's gonna kill off my rat ogres if I don't do it. Okay, I guess we have to fight it. Really? Like, skink cohorts. They just don't think these clan rats are gonna do anything, I think. Okay, well, we'll fight it. I can't afford to get punked where I lose my, my stuff again. My rat ogres. We'll do this as fast as we can here. And then, yeah, we're kind of committed to doing 20 on 20 with Queek. We just need to cover more ground and just start getting food back. Because if I send both armies over there, he's likely to run away from 40. He might not, but he's more likely to run away from 40. And I can't play this whole game of cat and mouse right now. Like, I have to... We have to fight him. We need food. We need to get this done down here so we can move on to the north.
The contract's out. Our tail's yours. Clan rat spears. Globadiers. Slingers. What orders? Ring-a-rock. Rick-a-rock. Rick-a-rock. Blade march.
That's almost a bit too far. It's gonna obscure some angles, but
Claw catapult. Now, ready, now. Claw catapult.
artillery is obviously very bad if there are like trees around. They get blocked. Actually, this tree's not blocking anything important. Probably not.
Council's command. Ready, ready. Our tail's yours. War 5, thrower. Weeping blades! Warlock and near! Great clans, CC! Claw catapult! Attack! Charge! Die! Die! Plague! Reach! Fire! Shoot this! Time for rats! Quick! Clan rats! March! Hurry, yes! Globadier! Hurry! Straight! As master desires!
No, damn it.
Clan rat spears!
Where are those globadiers? What are y'all doing? Get.
Quick, quick! Hasten, hurry! What? Move, move!
Poison globadiers get punked a little bit. I was just making sure we kill this dude. I don't think they killed anything. Yeah, they killed one unit. They did not get a good angle there. I don't know why they didn't. That's one reason I don't like to run a lot of these. Like, they can be really powerful, but they get their shots blocked by hills, or if stuff's in the way, they don't shoot. Like, their aiming and stuff like that is just kind of off. All right, come on, get him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope. Don't fire globes in there. Alright, get the spears out of there. These guys out of there. They're just blocking. Want the big hitting stuff in there. Get him. There we go. Get that armor piercing stuff in there. Make sure we kill him just in case he drops an item or something. I don't know if that influences your chance of getting an item or not, but let's always try to kill the Lord. Or the Saurus veteran or whatever. Yeah, it was a little awkward because their cav were able to get all my poison globadiers, but the globadiers have a ton of armor. They have like 100 armor, so they didn't take too much damage from them, but so they're a lot more hardy than like standard missile infantry. But the cav will still tear them up. I mean, they can't fight at all.
I am greatest warlord. Yes, yes.
It's a lot of gold. I really want to be able to occupy it this turn, but If I occupy, it's just going to be level 1 with a building, and any building that I get is not going to be worth 2,700 gold. So, might as well just go ahead and sag.
Warblocks. Mighty warlord am I.
Okay, nice. Artifact Hunter. Rell. I don't think I've seen that one before, so that's pretty good. Cunning. Gotta make sure we get that ambush, and most importantly, we need to get to Quartermaster. Save some money, because we're still in the red.
We are brave.
Only 2 armies, also, and we're still in the red.
Live or die.
Got power drain, got warp tokens. This guy might have to siege. I think plague. Well, these are pestilent breath's pretty good in a siege too. You can just spawn more units behind him. Or pestilent birth.
My orders. Slay no foes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. We want to level that up. 5 public orders, nice. Research rate, and just a flat 450 income would be delicious right now. So, let's go with that. We'll go ahead and just get rid of that. We'll put a growth on here probably. Might as well take off the tax. Make it any money. Then we'll have him rotate south and pick this up. I'm pretty sure he can take that.
What? Horned one command.
And where is his break point? It's like right here, I think. Right here. So I want to make sure that he can't engage me, and I want to engage him. I can probably beat him even if he engages me. We'll see, but how did I do?
Run, fools!
Pretty bad. So now he can engage me. Now I might be able to run though.
I, mighty warrior champion.
Now if they fight me, they might be underground though. I think that favors them pretty heavily. Because then I can't flank as easily. We'll see. That's a pretty big goof. I just looked at it wrong visually. I thought it was... Here's the range, but it was here.
Me superior.
We'll see. I might have to spend all of my food to deal with this.
Time to do it, leaders.
Okay, Alright, let's do it. It's what everyone's probably been waiting for this episode. We got one, like, you know, alright fight in there, but this would be one of the tougher fights I've done in this campaign, probably. I mean, that's a serious army. Lizardmen have some of the best units in the whole game, like in-game, I think. They're one of the best late-game factions in terms of just raw power. The Dark Elves are really strong, too. Okay, so he's opting to go for the town, which is fine. Just nothing. I was like, well, maybe if I go in and just summon clan rats, like, maybe I could take out some chameleons, at least injure them, but it's not worth the time. You know, occupy it. He took it. So that's actually pretty annoying, because that means I can't ambush him. But I think I still have to fight him because there's still going to be a lot of Skaven corruption in this area, so I should still get a decent amount of clan rats or whatever. Menace from below.
Singe fur too hot. Keep Gracious scum away.
Can I beat these guys without an ambush? I do have lightning strike, so if he has any sort of... He doesn't have a garrison after one turn, but...
8 beats is mine, mine.
Alright, Queek and the assassin should be able to knock this guy out, I think.
Hot or
So a
cold,
20% ward
Queek
save.
always wins.
The poison thing doesn't give magical attacks, doesn't it? It just gives poison. He has one piece of artillery that doesn't have very long range. So our artillery should still be good to go. Now they can close pretty quickly though with these horned ones, but... How are these against
What?
halberds? The halberds, I don't know if the halberds can straight up 1v1 them, but with like globadiers firing in their face as well, we could probably deal with that.
Singe fur
How
too
fast
hot.
are these? Pretty fast. They're 82. Is that faster than Doom Wheel? Yes, so I can't run out there with the Doom Wheel too much. Although I could maybe use the Doom Wheel to bait them into something. I could soak the charge with a by summoning rats on top of them too. So I can absorb the charge that way and tie them up. These guys are going to be a little rough. They aren't amazing against small units. They do have a lot of armor though.
What now?
Does Doom Wheel get the skinks? Skinks don't have very heavy armor piercing, do they? No. Basically no armor piercing. So I could just run the Doom Wheel at the skinks, and they won't run out of ammo firing at them, but see, it will slow the speed by 20%, which should take it down to like 60 or so, something like that, 60, 65 speed.
Mine.
And they don't have that much, right? They have 48, no. So I still should be able to run down these skinks with the Doom Wheel. The Doom Wheel has so much armor,
Queek always wins.
I don't think they're going to do any damage to it. Okay, so this should be able to neutralize the skinks.
Please, Riksaktrack.
I think that Queek plus the assassin plus if I put this guy on him, I don't know, it's kind of dangerous with this guy. Queek plus the assassin could probably take out their lord if I use magic to help me out a little bit. I forgot, eventually after I get this all the way up, I need to try to get Death Frenzy. That'd be really nice on Queek when I'm fighting a lord. Really, really nice. Or the warp fire throwers, I guess, can work against the Saurus a little bit. God, these horned ones are gonna be really tough to deal with, though. I think we can do it though with all of our summons. Oh, God, this is gonna be a really, really hard fight. But we have to do it because we don't stop him here. He can just keep running like north, and we're never gonna catch him. I don't think he's ever gonna like let us ambush him. Alright, well, we didn't come over here not to fight. It just would have been nice to have an ambush. But
Die, die.
we can still largely dictate the terms of the fight because we have artillery. So we're still going to get the first shots on them. We're just not going to be able to get, like, a lot of, like, flanks. But I guess that's probably okay. Can we get rivers and stuff here or what? Sort of. We do have choke points. So, yeah, I mean, if we can tie them up in these choke points and then just keep just peppering them with the artillery, that's actually pretty helpful. How far in the red can we go here? Oh, none. None. Okay, can't do that because we do not want to lose an extra 10 leadership. Okay, so we get 6 guys here. I'm going to move this over to this guy because he's going to be in the infantry line. Queek's probably going to be just hunting down their lord. Anyone with movement speed. Doesn't care about melee defense. Probably the Doom Wheel.
Quick fight it all.
Alright, let's do it. This is scary. Ha! Nice. My wife just texted me. She got out of jury duty because she is still breastfeeding and has to pump. She was asking if they had facilities available, because by law they're supposed to have facilities available to where you can go and privately, like, pump. And they just dismissed her. Nice. Now, if we stick them with some halberds in this area, I don't think they can't run around this. So yeah, if we just drop some halberds in here. Actually, let me get this guy over here. Let me get one of these in each one, just so it's kind of balanced. Can't remember who's where. Okay, this guy's over here, this guy's over here.
Storm vermin. What?
Okay, one over here.
Storm vermin.
One over here. Alright, so we're gonna go a little bit different.
Now, ready, now. Storm vermin.
I'm making them 6 because that's just kind of weird. I'm just used to having, like, my flankers on 3 and my missile units on 1 or on 2 and stuff like that. So
Guide us, Horned One.
yeah, if we can just hold them still, get the globadiers to light them up. Can maybe position these guys like on a ridge or something to fire into it at an angle, like maybe right here. They're still going to be like a little bit obscured probably, but they could still fire up here onto this. They are going to have a slight high ground advantage if I fight them right here. I think that's probably the best opportunity for the warpfire cannon though.
Counselor's command.
Doom Wheel looks pretty sweet. Okay. Well, that's time, but we're obviously going to finish this. The Warlock Engineer in there. Ha! I love the Skaven, man. They're great. Okay. We want the Warlock to be sitting on the artillery, probably. At least for a lot of the fight. Because he has this ballistics calibration. It's really nice. Or at least for the start of it. Then we'll consider repositioning him. Okay, let's go ahead and...
Cannon lighting.
I imagine we're going to have a lot of work for the Rat Ogres with this kind of strategy. We're not going to be able to flank, really. Doomwheel probably not that much either, but we can like set them right here on the side maybe and just let them like shoot the lightning stuff into them. We'll at least be able to do something.
Warlock Engineer! Clan Skyer!
Yes, this is going to invalidate a lot of their cav, which is really good. We're going to be able to hold them still. So this map is actually really nice. I mean, this is better than an ambush in many senses. At least it seems that way right now.
Now ready.
This is our 3 group.
Ready, ready. What orders?
Those be our 5 group. We'll have these be our 4 group, so it's just easier to focus fire the large things. We want them to have the clean shot up front. And the catapults can fire from the back. And there's a chance they don't come across this, and they just refuse to like fight in the trenches there with us. I think they'll come over here though. We have vastly superior artillery to them. Okay, we'll get the Plague Priest up pretty close, just kind of put him in the thick of things, and then
Hidden enemy. Plague Priest.
put Queek in there. He has this debuff. He has standard die. Then so put the Rat Ogres over here.
Council's command.
Okay, guys, a lot of micro.
Yes, yes.
Just number one thing is we have to grab this stuff here. We cannot let them get into here, get into that area.
Bombardiers. Faster, scurry. Our tail's yours.
Take out that ancient Stegodon.
Horned rats will. Warlock
Crap,
Engineer.
I forgot. I need to get over here and do this ballistics calibration thing.
Clan advance. Ready.
No, I didn't get the corner one, but that's alright, I guess.
Quick, quick, go. Now, move. Move, move. Quick now. Yes, yes. Skip to the leap. Run, chase. Like priest.
Who's this? Horn ones, okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Stone back. Back on the ground. Yes, good, good. Blood with law of pestilence. Fight, fight. Kill, kill.
God, that spell was just like wrecking it. I need to get over here and deal with these Carnosaurs. That's actually going to be a huge problem.
Law of pestilence. Now, ready. For the Vermintide.
Actually, no. We'll keep firing into them. They're gonna be faster than they are, probably. Kill Kroq-Gar. Kill Kroq-Gar. Where's that Doom Wheel? Actually, kill things. It killed a couple of things. Didn't kill a lot, but you know. Actually took care of that Stegodon pretty dang quickly. Actually, let's...
Person, hurry! Horned rats will! Storm vermin! Die!
We gonna get him? Nah, he's gonna get away. But he's still gonna die. I mean, they're all gonna die. I would... Oh, God! Okay, let's just end it before we friendly fire all my own people. Actually held up really well, I think. Held a lot better than I thought we were gonna do. This dude killed a ton with that, that vortex spell that I just planted right on top of all those people. That just completely shattered that right side ramp. I'm pretty sure. And then he does nice AoE damage. You gotta keep in mind, like, this doesn't include how much his summons do. I'm pretty sure, too. Like, all those rats that he summons up that I'm just, like, flanking all the time with. Those things are gonna be getting some kills, too. Not a lot, but some. So, he's more valuable than he seems. Obviously, these aren't going to kill a lot either because they're focusing out like the Ancient Stegodon and then the Carnosaurs. Yeah, that combination of these things focus firing Carnosaurs plus like these things all just chucking globes at them. That melted them pretty quickly. So that was pretty reassuring. Yeah, Doomwheel didn't get to do a lot in that matchup. It just wasn't the kind of fight for it, for flanking. Same thing with the Rat Ogres, and the same thing with the Warpfire. We just couldn't get the angles. I mean, a lot of that was just about firing that Plague Claw in there. And then using these to neutralize the large targets. The artillery is just pretty beast mode.
Take still, make Queek rich. My might will just take hold.
Nice. Sorry, Smiter. I like that. We're already committed to mine all mine, so we're probably going to go with the artillery stuff. This one, engineering skill.
Untrusted worm, poison after.
I've tried this Doom Rocket. I was not super impressed with it, but it might be better than I think. Yeah, the range is pretty nice, I think. Sure, whatever. I'll keep that. Everything else is all good. These banners look so similar to me. Yeah, they're killing our buddies. These guys are gonna be donezo soon.
The grass smiles. The creator god blesses this conference.
We'll see if they give us. They're not gonna give us any money. They have their own problems.
Shitra does not serve.
Henry's getting yeah, they just got completely clocked. They don't have any other armies, I don't think. So we should be able to steamroll them over the next few turns. Yeah, that was a pretty good fight, I think. That was definitely an interesting one. We performed, like I said, better than I thought we would, which is good. Okay, Golden Tower. I'm just gonna throw a Rattling Warrens in there, get some growth going. I do want to level this up at least to tier 2 to get that Golden Tower. Teotekwa doesn't have anything that amazing. Now Temple of Skulls has a pasture, which I'm very, very interested in. See, because every time, I don't remember if I explained this earlier, I did this in the initial campaign, but every city that you have requires 1 more food per turn, so settlement upkeep. So if you don't get pastures, eventually it's just going to take a ton of time. However, it does increase your maximum food. So that's good if you can fill it all the way up. That means you can go for longer without famine, but it also means that it takes more raw amount of food to get a higher percentage. So it's hard to build back up. You know, you have to just go through and just murder everybody, and, you know. We will do that once we get up here and start fighting greenskins. We're going to have a ton of food, I think, but for now it's going to be a little rough. Especially because we've had the armies dead. Okay, I can hit them right now if I want to. Go ahead and probably start sieging this, and then we'll do that next episode. That's where we'll start. Okay, so it's actually going to make us siege it, even though I think we're going to crush it. We're going to have to wait on probably siege towers just to make sure we... I don't know if we have to wait, actually. This is almost literally nothing. Like, I do have clan rats, but, like, this guy can summon so much stuff. His plate claws will tear up anything on the rafters. These clan rats have some nice upgrades. I think we can beat them even without the siege, but we'll figure it out next episode. So that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.